Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I am Paige.
And I'm Monique.
And we are
Sacred
Potential, where we discuss the overlap of creativity, possibility, and spirituality. Mm-hmm. Today's episode is about
vision boards.
What is a vision board, Mo?
Vision boards are an amazing tool so that you can, like, if you have a vision for your life or something specific in your life, or you have a dream about something that you believe you're here to do, you create a vision board in order to see it before it happens. So it's like you have something there constantly putting these images into your mind of what it is exactly that you envision for your life.
Right. I actually kind of always tend to think of it as a visual to-do list. It's like something that I'm wanting and expecting. It's the constant reminder, the visuals of like, yeah, that's up and coming. That's up and coming.
What you're aiming towards. And also, it's an amazing thing with the way our brains work is that even though, even if you aren't necessarily staring at it all the time, just having it there, like it's just going into your subconscious that this is your life, that this is what's coming. And it is great if you can have images. So let's say one of your images, which is one that's pretty popular or common, is, for a person's love life. You would have images of you with a person, or you can do some editing. You can put you and a specific person. That's possible. Or it mashed together with the sort of person you would like to be with.
Like Jason Momoa, although he's taken now, so that doesn't count.
Or you can just have images of people, like a couple, like what you envision a happy couple looks like, that kind of thing. That's one example. But it can be anything. It can be, you may want to believe you're called to start a charity, and it could be what that looks like. It could be, but the more specific, the better, because our brain is really absorbing all the time, absorbing information. So the more specific you make it, the more vivid it is. The more vivid it can be in your imagination.
Listen to Mo. She knows what she's talking about. In fact, I can give you my own personal example. I have created now, I would say, 2 vision boards. I had known about this idea for quite some time, but I never really put it into action. And then finally, my first vision board, I believe it was at the beginning of 2019, last year. And I'll just tell you about one of the things, because you don't need to know all of them, because it is my vision. So
I know, though.
She does. But one of the visions that I put on there was, I have a menswear clothing line called History, and I was very interested in having like celebrity clientele. I still am. And so basically what I did was I just put down History has celebrity clientele. And then one day, I don't know, a month or so later, I can't really recall, I got an order. And then I decided, because it turned out that the order was coming from London, and I wasn't entirely sure if this number that it was on the invoice, if that was a phone number. So I reached out to a friend of mine from the UK, and I asked her, hey, is this a UK number? She said, yes. I'm like, how do you dial it? And she proceeded to tell me how I should dial the number. And then she asked me, wait a minute, and she mentions the person's name. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, whoa, is it that person? I'm like, I don't know who this is. And it turns out it's this kind of like major celebrity dude who, I don't want to give away too much in terms of who he is. But so essentially he was a celebrity, and that was on my vision board, celebrity clientele. But yeah, so that was really exciting. I went to my vision board. I was like, oh my gosh, look, it happened. So very exciting.
And one of the most important things to know about having vision boards is you don't have to know how it's going to happen. In fact, you aren't going to have any idea how.
It's
You might
business.
have an idea of how, yeah, exactly. It's none of your business. You may have an idea of how you think it'll happen, but you might as well just, toss that because it'll be in some amazing way that you didn't even expect.
Yes.
So, next story.
Oh!
So I have some as well. I have some stories, but we'll save that for another time. So today it's all about Paige's stories.
No, but I totally actually forgot about the second story. The second story is my vision board for this year. Corona was not on there. And so, but what was on there was I was going to be showing during London Fashion Week. Now, my idea was that I was actually going to be in London to show. However, as you know, due to the whole pandemic thing, that did not happen. But because Fashion Week is such an important event, and it was on my vision board and in my heart, they decided, the British Fashion Council decided to develop their first ever digital platform for Fashion Week. And guess who is on there? Just saying. Just saying. History! My menswear brand made it to Fashion Week after all. And it's funny because Mo would say, she was like, you were saying that you were going to be showing during Fashion Week, but then it turns out.
Yes, this is the part that's, to me, one of the most amazing parts about it is because she had put that she was showing during Fashion Week and she was going to have a showing that was in the vicinity, have her own venue and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it was like God said, no. You don't understand. You're going to be in London Fashion Week.
Yes, yes.
And so this is the amazing thing, how even things that seem to be working against us actually can be working for us.
Yes.
This is what is just so incredible. And if you're looking for the opportunities and you keep believing and keep having faith, those things will happen. It's just that there's that component of releasing it and releasing it to like however it's meant to happen, not like the idea and the way that we may think it has to happen this way. That's like a big part of it.
Exactly. And how would you, Mo, say one who's never done a vision board before, how should they get started?
So you can either, buy like a poster board, because the idea is to have it be something that you see continually. If you're, okay, I have to throw this in. You might want to be protective at first about your vision board, and maybe not let everybody see it, especially if you're not sure yet that you really believe that things are this possible. Because just you don't want any like negative Nellies talking things about it.
Because it is a very intimate thing.
It's very intimate.
Yeah.
And so it's something. It's almost like letting somebody look at your journal. You don't want to share that with everybody
Very
or
true.
anybody, maybe.
Very good point.
But anyway, so you can create it on a poster board. But another way, you can do it digitally. There is a great program called Canva, and we use it for a lot of things, making memes. It's just like so many things. And you can basically piece together images on there and make your own vision board. And you can have it on your desktop or however you want to have it.
Yes.
So,
because a lot of people are on their phones so often, and it's nice to the first image that you see when you open up your phone is your vision board. So it's consistently like in your subconscious.
Yeah.
It's really, really amazing. I hope these bracelets aren't really annoying. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to like. So that's how you would want to start. And so you can like if you get like a foam core board or something like that, and you want to go old school, go through magazines, you can do that. Or like I pulled images from the internet and just kind of created my own little board that way, physical board.
I don't have the foam core, the cork board thing, but the cool thing with that is that as the things start to happen, you might want to put new things in.
Very true.
Cool.
Yes.
So, and also I had come up with so I'm going to share some things on maybe another video. So I had come up with some things that had to do with, instead of a vision board, I was decided to create something that it was just for me that I came up with the idea because I felt like it was actually helping me just as much, if not more, in the moment and in the interim while these things are happening. It's like in order to get to those things that are happening, you have to make decisions along the way. And sometimes we can kind of flounder with our decisions because we're like, well, I want this, or I believe this is where I'm headed, and it can just be hard. There's a lot of decisions around going after your dreams and fleshing out your goals. So I created something called a decision board. And that's going to be in the next video.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for listening. And by the way, it would really help us out if you subscribe, like, comment, do all those nice things, because that really helps us with our channel and with our growth. So Thank you so much for listening, and we love you and we appreciate you so much.
See you next time, guys.
Blessings.
Bye.